Here's the thing, if you read the entire Bible, you come across that God is actually 3 in 1. In Genesis chapter 1, Genesis means the beginning, okay? So this is from the very beginning. God says in verse 26, let us make man in our image. Let us, that's plural. In Moses, the word that he used, Elohim, is actually a plural word that has to mean more than one person. No wonder God says, let us make man in our image. Some are confused about the time again where in Deuteronomy Moses wrote, hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. The one there does not mean that actually is a composition of one. After man sinned, God says, the man has become like one of us. If this is not enough, you go at the building of the Tower of Babel. The men were building a tower in rebellion against God, and God says, let us go down and there confound their language. Then you come in the New Testament, John the Revelator writes that no one has seen God at any time, but the only begotten Son has revealed him. There's a problem with that if God is not 3 in 1, because if you shift back again in the Old Testament, you realize that people such as Jacob, people such as Manoah, and so on have seen God. So how can you reconcile the two when John says no one has seen God at any time? They have not seen God the Father, but they have seen Jesus, God the Son. And this is understood because if you read in Revelation chapter 19 verse 10, John tries to worship the angel. When John the Revelator tries to worship this angel, the angel tells him, see that you do not do it because I'm just like your brothers. I'm just one of you. I am a creature, don't worship me. But Joshua meets an angel, and this angel allows Joshua to bow down to him. The parents of Samson as well, when the angel gives them the message, they made sacrifices to this angel, and this angel did not say don't do it, but actually he allowed it. And then also in Exodus chapter 3, when Moses encounters God, the Lord tells him that remove your shoes for the ground where you stand is holy. God spoke to him from the bush. Throughout the Old Testament, people have seen God, and John is saying no one has seen God at any time. No one has seen God the Father. They've been seeing God the Son. What do you make of that? God is more than one person. This is also seen in Jesus' baptism. In Matthew chapter 3, 16 to 17, Jesus is baptized, and the heavens open, the Spirit descends to him as a dove, and the voice is heard from heaven saying, this is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. Right there we have the Son, the Spirit, and these three actually, even from the very first verses of Genesis, we see them there. Check this out. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth was without form and void. And darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God hovered upon the faces of the waters. Right there, the Spirit. And Jesus is the Word, according to John chapter 1, verse 14. And the Word became flesh. After his baptism, the Spirit leads him to the wilderness, there to be tempted by the devil. Come on. If the Spirit is just a force, how can he lead someone to somewhere when he's just a force? Unconscious force. Unless this being has to be conscious in order to know where is he leading the Son of God, where is leading Jesus Christ. And Jesus during his ministry, when you check in the Gospel of John chapter 14 and 16, several times he refers to the Holy Spirit as he or him. Where one time he says that